Whoa, 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 whoa. Like The Rock says, Lewis is not done. What is up, guys? It is your boy Lewis, and I'm back on the Lewis Basketball Network with another banger with yet another video. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell to receive the latest content I truly provide. I truly appreciate you guys. Make sure at the end of each video, make sure to like and share this video. It'll only help the channel grow. Truly appreciate it. Now, what I wanted to talk about in this one, shout out to Bookie Allen. He asked me to talk about James Harden, and I have talked about James Harden in my other videos where I've compared with him and Westbrook. And he wanted to ask, do I think that James Harden is going to perform well in the postseason? And do I think that Mike D'Antoni's play style is not a good fit? Does he need to change it? Now, Bookie Allen, to answer your question, and to all the viewers and to the Harden fans and fanboys, this is what I'm going to say. James Harden is having an unbelievable season. He is averaging nearly 36 points a game, or over 36 a game. He is obviously the MVP candidate, and it is a two-man race between him and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Who do I think is going to win between the two? Now, in my heart, I believe Giannis should win because nobody had the Bucks as a contending team in the Eastern Conference. Now, they had them as a playoff team, but not a team that can compete for a championship, as in to be one of the contenders in the Eastern Conference. Because if we all remember, LeBron James said that the reason that the Bucks, teams like the Bucks and the Celtics and the Raptors and the Sixers and the Pacers all have a shot at the East is because I let it happen. I'm no longer there. Yeah, that's right. And what you're saying to yourself now, LeBron, is you wish you were in the Eastern Conference. But then again, why would you want to be there? Because then your road to the championship would be a lot more tougher if you had stayed in Cleveland. But, that's none of my business. Sips tea. Just saying. So crazy that it's ironic that D'Angelo Russell, the guy who got traded to the Lakers, was the guy who ended the Lakers season for them not being in the playoffs with 21 points and 13 assists. Once again, shout out to D'Angelo Russell. Shout out to Brooklyn Nets. Once again. But so James Harden right here, my issue with him is he's playing the most minutes in the NBA, I believe. And James Harden, this is one of the reasons why he gets tired. He plays the same play style. I mean, I've never seen a brother, as Charles Barkley likes to say, everybody, 1, 2, 3, sing it with me now. Dribble, 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 attack the basket. Dribble, 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 flop. Dribble, 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 8-step, step back, jump shot. Dribble, 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 pull up. The common denominator, dribble, 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 no ball movement. Playing nearly close to 40 minutes a game, 38, 39 minutes a game on average. I know he's got to be top 3, or if not, playing the most minutes in the NBA. That style of play isn't going to win a championship. Now, and the crazy part is, ladies and gentlemen, he's on another recent scoring streak. And watch what the media's going to say. It's such an incredible season that what he's doing, he's a better scorer than Kobe Bryant. Wait for it. You're going to hear it. James Harden had a much more unbelievable season than Kobe Bryant. I'm going to say this once again for the Harden fanboys out there. Harden is not a better scorer than Kobe. He's not. He's having a historic season, but he's not a better scorer than Kobe. Especially with the stuff that Harden gets away with to get the amount of points he gets. I mean, Harden averages 10 to 11 free throws a game, and he's averaged it the last 3 seasons. But part of the reason is because he flops and he sells calls. Now, in one part, you could say, well, James Harden is super smart. Like, why are you hating on it, Lewis? What I'm telling you is that just like LeBron James, this is one of the most overrated parts about James Harden's game. I mean, and it's just not fun to watch for me. It's just not. And I like James Harden a lot. And I want the brother to do well to get rid of all these narratives that people keep talking about, that he's not a crunch time player, that he doesn't show up in the postseason when it counts. I mean, we can go back to the tape in terms of how many times James Harden has not shown up in the biggest of moments. And he has choked, ladies and gentlemen, but whether you like it or not, whether the Harden fans want to listen to it or not, whether they believe it or not, he has choked. And it's the truth. So, you know what they're going to do. I believe Giannis should win the MVP. And I've stated my reasons. But they're going to give it to James Harden most likely because of, again, this scoring streak. and what he's doing in the Western Conference, and he had the Rockets as a 3 seed, and they're going to use the narrative of how the Lakers were in 4th place and how the Rockets were in 14th. Clint Capella and Chris Paul were out with injuries. Well, I know Giannis is the best player, but they've dealt with injuries to Eric Bledsoe. They've dealt with injuries. Malcolm Brogdon is a big piece. You know, the former rookie of the year, and he's gonna be out for what, 4 to 6 weeks with plantar fasciitis. Like, people don't understand how much of a loss that is. Nikola Mirotic is also out, the player that they just acquired, with the injuries. So, like, just like James Harden, Giannis, his team has also dealt with some injuries of their own, and they still have the best record in the NBA. That's why we got to put respect on Giannis. We got to put respect on the Milwaukee Bucks, on the coach Mike Grudenholzer. Shout out to Milwaukee Bucks fans. And here's my issue with the head coach, Mike D'Antoni. 2-time coach of the year. You got to put respect on his name. But his play style does not contribute to postseason success. He needs to change his style of play. This whole ISO dribble that he even has Chris Paul doing, I'm telling you, it's not going to lead. At least with Chris Paul, he shoots mid-range shots. But the Rockets need to move the ball. And James Harden needs to not try to have the scoring load too much. Let Chris Paul be the point guard. And in half-court situations, they need to run better sets. Because it's just not good. I don't like it. And listen, the only time that D'Antoni came close, we could talk about last year in the Western Conference Finals, yes. But I'm saying when they had, to me, a really like legit shot other than last year, before Chris Paul got his anxiety attack and then injured his hamstring, because he's known for that. Like I said, some of it is not his fault, but it's like, I just think that he's going to have to learn how to control himself, and like when the moment, how to deal with those kind of moments when the moment is like too big, because it's like, it was a tie series. Mike D'Antoni's going to have to widen his rotation a little bit. That's another thing too, because these guys can't be playing like all these extra minutes. And I know in the playoffs you shorten your rotation, but I'm just saying, like, if a major injury was to happen to either Chris Paul or James Harden, with that short rotation and that style of play, they're not going to win. Because also, if you look at the Warriors, people keep talking about, oh, if it wasn't for Chris Paul getting injured, they would have won in this and this. It's like, nobody understands how important Andre Iguodala is to the Golden State Warriors. Like, he's that important, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you're getting another playmaker, a guy who can make shots, and a guy who's going to defend your best player. That's a multitude of dimensional things that Andre Iguodala brings to your team. Yes, he's that important. Chris Paul may be the point guard, pure point guard that runs the offense, but Iguodala is another playmaker that you could put out there. You got Steph, you got Draymond, and you got Iguodala, and you got Livingston. You got 4 guys, 4 playmakers. And then you could put Kevin Durant also, and then you can put DeMarcus Cousins. It's like they all can make plays. But Iguodala is super important because he plays the wing position, okay? Plays small forward. And Iguodala, we all known, like in his prime, was a very versatile player. And even at age 35, he's still pretty versatile. Not the scorer that he once was, and I'm not talking about 15 to 20 points. I'm just talking about still doing things that still contribute at his age. But remember the Phoenix Suns back in 2007 when they had the San Antonio Spurs on the ropes? When Amari and them were healthy and they were on the floor with their team. They got suspended in Game 5 after Rob Odery did that hip check on Steve Nash in Game 4. And the Suns ended up tying the series. And Amari and Boris got suspended for leaving the bench. It kind of took the momentum away from Phoenix, and they were at home, but they struggled to score. And not having Boris D out to spread the floor as a stretch four, not having Amari to be able to dominate the paint and use the mid-range jump shot, it really hurt them because it limited their offense. The Suns only scored 81 points. And that was really the one legit chance because we historically known it has always been said defense wins championships. And that jump shooting teams playing a fast-paced style of play, playing up and down 7 seconds or less basketball, can't win championships. And so once the Suns lost the series, it was the NBA's kind of way of saying, oh no, there's no way that we can change the paradigm and say that the Suns change the style of play that they could win a championship. See, because the Phoenix Suns were playing this style before the Golden State Warriors were. I'm talking about the modern Golden State Warriors. Not the 2007 Warriors or the 2008 Warriors. I mean, because they were playing that similar kind of play. But I'm just saying, like, how the Warriors of today have won championships, with their style of play and how fun it is to watch them. But according to some people, they're not fun to watch because, they've ruined the NBA, But I already stated other reasons why. But Mike D'Antoni, I don't think his coaching style is it's just meant for postseason play. He needs to change and he needs to adjust and he needs to be smarter, because what he's going to show me is if he doesn't change his style of play, it's just going to tell me this, that Mike D'Antoni is a regular season coach. If James Harden doesn't show up in the playoffs, like win, lose, or draw, he's just going to be known as a regular season player. And then it's going to be like, damn, if Chris Paul gets injured again, it's like, damn, we never should have even acquired Chris Paul because he's an aging superstar and he continues to get hurt in key moments in the postseason. And I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like that the league is going to cater to James Harden and he's going to get a back-to-back MVP award. Giannis will get screwed somehow. Like I said, I'm voting for Giannis because of what the Bucks were. They didn't have the expectations that the Rockets had. See, that's different. The Rockets won 65 games last year and they were one win away from going to the NBA Finals. The Milwaukee Bucks got eliminated in the first round. Nobody saw this Bucks team even being contenders in the Eastern Conference. And Giannis is averaging 27, 12, and 6. The Bucks, I believe, are in the top 3 in assists per game. Like, they've completely changed their system. So that's what people need to understand. And I feel like the league is going to cater, because James Harden has media darlings too in the media to defend him. And trust me, they're going to say, oh man, James Harden had such an unbelievable season. It was much better than Kobe Bryant, and he's a better scorer than Kobe Bryant. You're going to see it. And then he gets his MVP award. Oh, look, he's already got one more MVP than Kobe. Like, they're just going to do, and they're going to do anything to diminish Kobe. And once again, if Harden does not show up in the postseason, if he doesn't find a way to try to be efficient and improve his shot selection and do the Charles Barkley song, as we say, dribble, 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 8 step back, dribble, dribble, dribble. Más o menos, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But like I was saying, man, it's like, oh, we don't know. He hasn't texted me. And I don't know where he's at right now. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but So Bookie Allen, to answer your question, do I think that James Harden, is he going to show out in the playoffs, or if he's going to run out of gas? If he keeps playing this play style, yes, he will. And it's not going to look good because he's going to get heavily criticized by the media. Mike D'Antoni, if he doesn't change his adjust style, he's just going to be known as a regular season coach. Simple as that. And the Rockets are going to fail again in the Western Conference. And then it's like, now you're going to have to start thinking about decisions, and it's like, can we continue with Chris Paul as our starting point guard? Because remember, guys, Chris Paul turns 34 on May 6th in the postseason. Just to keep that in mind. So once again, this is another one, Lewis, man, with another video, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Bless up, one love, peace. Thanks for watching. Once again, shout out to Bookie Allen, man. Thank you.